Here we are in the Swiss Alps, baby. How do you like it?
Epic. Good
Fuck
view.
yeah. There's worse places to break down. The engine's completely gone. It's no good. And so we're stuck here for a couple hours.
Romantic.
Enjoying the view.
There's a little house up there.
Oh yeah. Police. Old mate next door has a Ferrari in his car, and his Volkswagen broke down. What was that? Mercedes. Yeah. He has a SF90 in that. He's just the other side protecting it. So it doesn't matter if you got an old Jag or a new Volkswagen, everything's breaking around here. Oh yeah, just so glad we didn't break down in this tunnel. It was like 15-20 k's long, literally, and we didn't break down there, so that's a blessing to a certain extent. Just wanted to make it to Germany. It would have been so much easier, but of course always gonna die coming up the mountains into the Alps. Never mind, life goes on. Hey Callan.
That's it, mate. Do what you got to do.
Yeah. Woo, road trip. And we made it 1,787 miles into the trip before she died. We've been waiting 3 hours now and no one's come. Oh, maybe the Ferrari's still there too. They've even closed the road. You can't see the barriers. The barriers are up. The highway pass shuts at 8, so I don't know how we're going to get to the accommodation. So here we are, finally, over 3 hours later, 3.5 hours later. We can't get to our hotel, so we've got to try and get a different hotel. The pass is closed, and also it's really far away and in the wrong direction. Now there's a lightning storm coming through the mountains, and yeah, there's the Jag. Poor Jag. Callum, we're being rescued, and there's the lightning.
Hey guys, my name's Callan here, and I'm here with Chris May. We are broken down the side of the road, and it's been 3 long hours, but we are on the roll.
Luckily we had Coca-Cola bottles, Haribo to eat,
and a bit of nacho chippies.
Yeah, I really want.
Nice
What do you want?
McDonald's. I'd love a Big Mac meal, please.
I want a beer. Oh well, we live to tell the tale. That's the main thing, eh? Next time we're going to do it in a Toyota Yaris because they're reliable.
Fix good in there.
You want me to?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Windows.
Yeah. Windows. Whoop, sorry. Okay. It needs to be in neutral.
Return. Aanhanger keep. Yes.
Yep.
What? Fuck.
That was fun. Oh, window. So, travel update. It is 11:15. We drove for 6 hours today. Then we broke down in the Swiss Alps. Lovely place to break down. But then there was delays, miscommunications with after I'd called the breakdown company, my insurance, I mean. So it ended up, it's been like 5.5 hours since we broke down until we got to accommodation. Luckily we were only like 20 minutes from the accommodation, but I called them up, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, loads of delays. We're finally at the accommodation. I really want some food and a beer. I just got some biscuits. Gonna eat them, go to sleep, and then tomorrow we have to work out how we're gonna get from in the Swiss mountains to somewhere where we can rent a car for the rest of the trip. I am exhausted. Ciao. Look at these views. This is amazing. Hey, hey, hey. Sorry, I'm so out of breath. I'm not very fit. So here we are in the French. So here we are in the Swiss Alps. Not quite as I planned, with the car breaking down and everything. Today's mission is to get to somewhere where we can hire a car. The one thing I didn't want to do was break down in the Alps because of it being so restrictive with population and everything and transport. But here we are. So I've got to find somewhere I can get a hire car from to continue the trip. I'm absolutely exhausted still from yesterday. The 6 hours driving, then the 5 hours waiting around. We haven't had dinner, just waiting to have breakfast now. Taxi driver last night was crazy, doing 130 k's an hour in the wet on the phone. But oh well, at least it got us to the accommodation quickly. It's absolutely stunning. I'll have to come back here again one day, that's for sure. Shame didn't get to do the passes, as St. Bernard's Pass and also Gotthard Pass, but I did actually drive up Gotthard Pass. It was just in a taxi at night time. I'm 100% sure it was it because there's just so many corners, which is why I decided to come here. But yeah, never mind. I'll have to do it again on another day in another car. Always planning road trips, so hopefully get a hire car today, and then eventually over the next day or two find out what's going to happen with my Jag and how I can get it back to England, transported and stuff like that. So yeah, but anyway, in the meantime, just going to enjoy this. So we went from Monaco getting valet parking to being on the train. So we made it to the next accommodation in Germany, near Frankfurt, near a place called Mainz. It was a 6-hour train journey from the Alps and a lot of hassle. We were going to book a car, but it was going to cost literally thousands for 2 days, I think because of the short notice and the relocation from the Alps to Amsterdam just made it absolutely astronomical cost. So we're training it from here, which is a bit dull, but yeah, 6 hours from the Alps to Germany, and then a taxi for an hour from Mainz to this epic place. Check this out. Yep, we're staying in a castle. Never done this before. Callan, Well, what an adventure. You're joining me back in England. The recording kind of died off a bit towards the end of the trip. There wasn't too much to see, to be honest. Once the car had broken down in Switzerland, then the next day we had to get train to near Frankfurt, Mainz, Meinz, I think it's spelled, or Mienz, to get to the castle. So once we got there, that was like 5 or 6 hours of train journey. And obviously I did a bit of videoing around the castle, and then from there it was catching the train to meet my friends in Amsterdam. Again, that was another horrible day of trains and delays, and yeah, I think that ended up being 6 or 7 hours trains just because of the delays. We missed a train, the connection, because of another train being late. So yeah, and once we're in Amsterdam, it was just really a catch up with my mates and lots of drinking and yeah, just having a good time. So there wasn't much to film there, and yeah, there wasn't really a space that I wanted to film. Definitely not in public, and there wasn't much else I could film. So here I am back in England, carless, and yeah, just fortunately not too much else planned while I was back in England with my car specifically. The trip overall was amazing. I loved it. Highlights, definitely going to go back to Monte Carlo. Really want to go back to the F1 and stay in that same hotel, which is obviously going to be crazy expensive. But I think if you're going to do it once, you may as well do it properly. And also the Swiss Alps, so beautiful, just absolutely stunning. I want to go back there. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the next year or so. Try and get my car back up and running, and you never know, by next year I might have another car as well as an option to go driving with and on road trips. I'd like to go to Ireland. I'd like to go to Ireland in the Jag for like a week trip, I think. Do a tour around. I think that would be good. Castles and coastal sites to see. Yeah, so I can't do a summary of miles and fuel expenses really. I could probably add up the fuel expenses, but as it wasn't a complete trip, it kind of makes it a bit pointless. But yeah, epic, and I just can't wait for the next one. It was a bit of a down, obviously, the Jag breaking down, but it's just part of it, having an older car. And yeah, I'm not too bummed out. We got to see most of what we wanted to see before it happened, so it would have been way worse and more inconvenient if it happened earlier on, of course. But yeah, just on to the next one next time. Thanks for watching. Oh, and I guess just to add to that, I don't know the full details of what's wrong with the car yet. It will be sent from Switzerland to England on a transporter. It was fundamental internal engine issues, so yeah, I'll probably do an update of that at some point. But yeah, for now, just waiting for it to come back to England and go from there.